Virginia, where we're in the regionals up here tonight. Gate City is taking on Graham, the Graham G-Man from Bluefield, Virginia. And you can hear in the background, Gate City has a lot of people here. And along with me is Ivan Sanders and Bobby Wallington and Mike Van Winkle and myself, Doug Gillenwater. And just a whole bunch of people from Gate City, Ivan.
They sure are, Doug. It's good to see the big crowd up here. Winner of this game to meet the winner of the first game, which was Bradford in the championship game here Saturday.
Bradford come on stronger on the end. So we're getting ready for a starting lineup here, I believe. You can hear a humongous roar from the crowd. They don't want no confetti used, and Gate City crowd's used to confetti, so I don't know how that goes to them. They're done throwing it over on the ground side, Ivan.
Again, welcome, support your team, and be a good sport. Now we'd like to introduce to you the starting lineup of the team playing as the visiting team this evening, the G-Men from Graham.
First for the starting lineup for Graham, the visiting team tonight. Gate City's the home court team. Number 22, Rusty Bradshaw, guard. Number 30, Jeff Sizemore.
Number 40, Keith Latimer.
Number 40, Keith Latimer.
Number 44, Danny Atkins.
Number 44, Danny Atkins.
And number 50, Nick Goodson.
Number 50, Nick Goodson.
And now we're going to have a starting lineup of the Gate City Blue Devils. Head coach Dave Mason, assisted by Sandy Blackwell and Chuck Quillen. Graham's trying to really get their people up. And you hear a lot of hollering and clapping and stuff in the background here. Number 22, Tommy Machine Gun Music. Number 24, Kevin Morris, the Moose. Number 32, Brian Heron, the Big Dog. Number 50, Rusty Pendleton, the sophomore. Number 54, the Big Animal, Chris Shelton, and the rest of the Gate City Blue Devils. Big crowd on hand tonight, Ivan.
Both teams are well represented here tonight. Graham has brought 3 charter bus loads of students up. They're fired up. Gate City's brought 2 charter buses up, and they're fired up, so it's going to be an interesting game.
Both crowds really fired up. It's going to be an exciting game. Listen at this crowd. Might be hard to hear us, Ivan.
Where's about set for tip-off, Doug?
Yeah, we sure are. Animal gets in the circle. They all shake hands there. We're ready to start this regional playoff game. Shelton up against number 40 there.
The winner here to advance to the championship game Saturday night.
Shelton, I believe, did get the tip a little bit.
Number 22 now is Rusty Bradshaw with the ball for Graham. Over to number 30, Sizemore back to Bradshaw over in the corner to number 44. Bradshaw now looking for Latimer. Latimer's the big man on the inside. Number 44 with the ball now, Danny Atkins is over. Danny Atkins going to shoot. No good, rebounded by Tommy Music.
Comes down to Tommy Music. Music gets it across half court. Going to slow it down a little bit. Goes out front to Brian Heron. Back to Music. Music looks, nobody there. Over to Kevin Morris now. Back to Big Dog Heron. Heron over to Music. Music's going to fire one. And this Suit puts the Devils up 2-0.
Number 22, Rusty Bradshaw with the ball now. Getting instructions from his coach. Gate City at 2-1-2 zone. Over to number 30. Sizemore back over to Bradshaw. To Sizemore once more. Down the corner, number 44, Atkins. Atkins with the ball now. Pops it. No good, rebounded by Tommy Music.
Comes off the Music again. He gives it to Brian Heron quickly down to Kevin Morris. He drives, puts the shot up, and it comes off.
Snowbird down here to Bradshaw. He's going up. That's stolen away by
Good job by Brian Heron. job of it. He saved two that time. We're going to have to stand up if we do any good. Maybe on up a little taller.
Number 30, inbounds to Latimer. Back out to Bradshaw. Bradshaw down to 30. Up with a shot. No good. Rebound by Tommy Music.
Music grabs another one. He brings it down. Look. Goes back out to Pendleton. Pendleton tries to drive. Nobody there. Back to Music. Music shoots again and comes off this time in the hands of the G-Man.
Number 44, Atkins clears the ball for the G-Man. Bradshaw bringing the ball across the timeline. Centers the offense. Atkins down to Sizemore. Atkins back on top of Bradshaw. Over to Atkins, down in the corner to 30. Pops a shot. No good. Rebound by Tommy Music.
Again, Music pulls it down. Brings it down himself. Goes over to Brian Herron. Herron goes into Kevin Morris. Morris pumps another one, and it goes in and out. Rebound by Latimer.
Latimer, Hurley up court. Shoot. No good. Rebounded by number 44. Up a shot. No good. Rebounded by Big Animal.
Shelton pulls it down, gives it to Brian Herron. Herron quick over to Music. Loses the handle. It's going to be back court on the Devils. Rolled off the Music's foot there. He really couldn't help that neither.
Number 24, Scott Meadows, and number 42, Luther Johnson in the game for the G-Men. Meadows will trigger the ball inbounds to Bradshaw. Bradshaw to Latimer, stolen away there, regained by number 24, Meadows. Back out to Bradshaw to Meadows. Meadows drives, passes, it's going back court. Gate City ball.
If he touched it, it was back court. Devils get the ball in their own territory. Music will inbound. Out to Brian Herron. Herron goes over to Kevin Morris. Morris back to Herron, top of the key, goes foul line back to Morris. He fires another one. It's two. Puts the Devils up 4-0 with about 5 minutes to go in the first period.
Bradshaw with the ball now, bring it across timeline for the G-Men. To Latimer. Latimer up with a shot. No good. Rebounded by number 42 up and in.
Rusty Pendleton inbounds to Brian Herron. Quickly down to Kevin Morris. He goes all the way in and misses a layup. Who's the foul on?
The Animal picked up the foul on that one, Doug.
It's going to be called against Shelton for pushing.
Scores 4-2 with 4:43 left in the first quarter. Both teams running. Bradshaw now the ball over to number 24, Meadows. Back to Bradshaw. Lobbed in there. Latimer, no good. Latimer comes up with it. I'm sorry.
Herron gives it to Music. Music under pressure goes over to Pendleton. Pendleton back to Brian Herron. Herron over to Music again. Music going to drive in and take a shot. He's going to draw the foul.
Bradshaw picks up his first foul for Graham.
Scores ball.
Scores 94-4 with 4:20 left. First quarter.
Music will inbound out to Herron. Herron looks the situation over. Goes back to Music. Music looks inside. Nobody there. Goes to Herron. 3 seconds.
They got 3 seconds on Gate City.
3 seconds, Scott.
Scott Meadows triggers the ball in bounds to Bradshaw. Bradshaw working across the timeline. Scores tied 4-4. Bradshaw to number 42. No shot. 3 seconds.
Good job. Pendleton will inbound out to Brian Herron. Herron slows it up a lot for the Devils. Crosses half court. Gives it to Kevin Morris. Morris back to Herron. Herron back to Morris out front. All the way down inside to Music. Music going to drive. Shots up and it's good. Bucket's good. That'll make it 6-4 with Music on the line shooting a follow-up free shot for a 3-point play.
Gate City, if they would pick a better shoot better percentage from the field, Doug, they could blow this team away. Graham don't look all that good tonight to me.
They sure don't. Boy, Music on the line shooting a 3-point play. Shots up by Music, and it's super. 7-4 now. Devils on top.
Number 40, Latimer with the ball now for the G-man. Back to Bradshaw. Double team there. Lob down here to Latimer. Latimer's going to take it in. Passes off to 24 Meadows. Up a shot. No good. Rebounded by
Morse. Morse brings it down. Quick pass to Heron. Heron goes to Music. Music's going to fire another one. No good. Blue Devils ball. Good job by the Devils. Out to Heron over to Morris. Morris puts it up and no good.
Quickly down here, number 24, Meadows, double shot in there.
Music will inbound now for the Devils out to Heron. They're going to be bent there by a press. Over to Kevin Morris. Morris back to Heron. Heron back to Morris. Morris over to Music. Music inside the shell, and he turns around and puts it in there. Devils 9, Graham 6 with 2 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the first period.
Bradshaw guard close to a Big Dog, and Big Dog picks up a foul. Heron being aggressive, but he was a little bit too over-aggressive that time. Number 1 on Bryan, score 9-6, JC on top, 2:49 left in first quarter. Meadows, the trigger the ball inbounds to Bradshaw. Bradshaw working for the G-men. To Johnson. Johnson back to Bradshaw. Down here to Meadows. Meadows gonna pop it. Bam!
Penalty will inbound to Brian Heron. Heron again met, looking for some help. He brings it down. Goes over to Kevin Morris. Morris over to Music. Music fires another one. It's Soup. String Music. 11-8 now. Devils up by 3.
Bradshaw with the ball now for the G-men across the timeline, setting up the offense. KC sticking with a 2-1-2 defense. Bradshaw looking for Latimer. Over to Johnson, up a shot, no good rebound, Tommy Music.
Music had position on him, got it broken away there and stole it.
Stolen away by Latimer. Latimer holding the ball up, gives off to his guard, Bradshaw. 1:55 left, Devils on top by 3, 11-8. Bradshaw with the ball, lobs for Latimer, for number 50. Goodson up. He's fouled by the Animal. That's 2 on the Animal.
Matt Quillen will be replacing Chris Shelton in the lineup for the Devils. Quillen, number 34, checks in.
Ball is on number 54, Chris Shelton. His second. He's fouled 3.
Shot is up and no good by Goodson. Nick Goodson, a big kid, has one more shot coming. Shot is up, bottom. And here comes the big guy for Graham, number 52, Tracy Laws. This gentleman is 6'5", weighs 290 pounds.
Kevin Morris got the inbound from Quillen. Morris works it around over to Music. Music back to Kevin Morris. He fires one. It's Soup. Put the Devils up 13-9 with 1:30 to go in the first period.
Number 42, Johnson across the timeline off to number 30. Sizemore to Meadows. Meadows going to pop another one. No good, rebounded. No, they're going to get a foul on Latimer.
That was a good job.
KC can set Latimer down, Doug. They have an excellent chance to win this.
Is that his first?
That's his first.
Quillen again inbounds to Kevin Morris. Morris gets it across half court. Graham in a 2-3 zone against the Devils. Morris pops another one, no good this time. Rebound Matt Quillen, puts it back up, no good. Comes off. And out of bounds on Graham, so Gate City will get the ball.
Gate City's ball.
Music inbounds out to Heron. Heron to Music. Music's going to fire one. It's 2. 15-9 now.
Number 42, Johnson across the timeline, gets off to 30, Sizemore to Johnson. Johnson looking for an open man, back to Sizemore, over to Meadows. Meadows to Sizemore. Back to Meadows, down in the corner to Johnson, up with a shot. Rebound by Latimer, and he's going to draw a foul from, let's see who they're going to get here.
I believe.
Brian Harris picks up his second foul.
2 fouls on Brian.
fellows on number 32, Brian.
Sizemore to trigger the ball inbounds. Finds Latimer. Guarded closely by Big Dog. Out to number 24, Meadows, who's going to pop it from the foul line. No good. Rebound fall far back out to Meadows. Sets it back out to Sizemore. Meadows.
25 seconds to go in the
Johnson with the ball
first
now.
period.
Gate City up 15-9. Meadows with a shot. No good. Rebounded by Tommy Music.
Music, long pass down to Brian Heron. Heron. Gonna be called for walking. Good job by Brian anyway, getting the ball down there like he did.
Arthur Ferguson checks into the game for the Blue Devils, replacing Big Dog. 14 seconds left. Devils on top by 6, 15-9.
Ferguson, number 12.
Sizemore across the timeline to Meadows. 9 seconds left now. Sizemore's going to pop it. No good. Rebounded by Rusty Pendleton. Long shot right here by Morris. No good.
No good. So at the end of the first period, our big Gate City Blue Devils 15 and the Graham G-Man only 9. Gate City coming out strong here in the first period, Ivan.
It sure is. Tommy Music is red hot. He's got 9 first quarter points. 9 of the 15. Gate City, regardless, if they win tonight, Gate City is on their way to state. If they lose the championship game, it has no bearing on the state championship. Gate City will automatically have a berth if they win here tonight.
That's true. I'm about to fall here.
Doug, this crowd is loud. This is real fun to be in the cheering section of Gate City.
Sure is. We're not hardly in the middle, but we'll be all right.
A lot of familiar faces here tonight. We see Alex Coley and
I don't want to see Alex's face.
Chris Henderson, some of the people from over here at Tech. Wes Sanders from Virginia Tech. We have some Radford people up here. We're right here on the border with Virginia Tech and Radford. It's nice to see them supporting their home team. We'd like to thank a young lady from Christiansburg who helped us out tonight.
We'll be up here a little later, Ivan.
Teresa Francis. She was real nice in helping us get set up early. We want to thank her.
They treated us like we were somebody.
Real nice people up here, Doug. They talk to everybody.
Tommy Music inbounds out to Kevin Morris to start the second period. Morris crosses half court, goes over to Music. Music looks like a fake. Then he puts a shot up, and it's in there. 17-9. Devils up by 8.
Meadows gives off to Sizemore across the timeline for the G-men, who find themselves down by 8 now. 17-9. Sizemore over to Meadows. Back to Sizemore. Latimer's been shut down tonight for the G-men. Johnson lobs inside to Goodson. Goodson double team. Finds number 24. Meadows up the shot and good.
12 inbounds to Ferguson. Ferguson quickly down to Music. Music slows it up a little bit. Going to side to fire one. Does not go. Draws the foul. Don't think he'll be on the line. Yeah, he sure will. Music shooting 2. Try to make it 19-11 maybe.
Tommy looking for his 12th and 13th point already in this game.
7:21 remaining, second period of play from Christiansburg, Virginia. This is a neutral location, Ivan. Christiansburg was wiped out earlier in the season. This is just a central location for all the 4 teams that played here tonight. Music to shoot his second shot. Shots up, and it's in there.
Number 42 with the ball now, Johnson for the G-man. Over to Meadows, back to Sizemore, who runs their offense. Johnson over to Sizemore. Jeff Sizemore now, the ball gets off to Meadows, who passes inside to Goodson. Up with a shot. Rolls in and out. Rebound by Latimer. He goes up, and he's fouled by Tommy Music.
Music.
Number 1 on Tommy.
Going to fill big man to the line.
Latimer will go to the line. 2 shots. Gate City on top by 8, 19-11.
That is 5 team fouls on Gate City, so Graham will be in the bonus.
Latimer shoots a brick.
Any more fouls committed second period to be a shooting, Ivan.
Latimer with his second attempt coming up. No good. Rebounded by number 50. Goodson up. No good. Step back to Latimer. Goes up. Puts it in.
Pendleton inbounds out to Ferguson. Ferguson slows it up. Goes over to Music. Music going to fire it again. It's Soup. 21-13. Tommy Music busting them wide open here in the first and second period so far.
Goodson finds Latimer, who turns around for a jump shot in there.
Quillen inbounds out to Ferguson again. Ferguson looks around, gives it to Music. Music back to Ferguson. Ferguson over to Kevin Morris. Morris drives one-hander inside to Matt Quillen. That's good. And he draws a foul. Good job. He deserved that one, Ivan. Left-handed, one-handed.
The Sky Man doing his job.
Good job there by Kevin Morris, finding him there open to pitch off to him.
Graham calls a timeout. Get calm down.
23-15. Devils up by 8.
This is a revenge game for Gate City. They was knocked out by Graham in the regional football tournament. So this is a revenge tonight for Gate City basketball team.
See the Gate City cheerleaders there. And we're glad they came up. A lot of people came up, and we sure appreciate them. You know, they're a part of the basketball team, too. So I'm really glad to see them here doing their job. And they do a good job, Ivan.
They sure do, Doug. We want to extend congratulations once again to our JVs who won the district tournament championship also.
That's true, and we want to say happy birthday to Janet Edwards. She keeps the books for Gate City. She ain't missed a game all year, and she goes anywhere they go.
Janet puts in a lot of hard work for the Blue Devils, and we appreciate her work.
The girls' basketball team, I think, and all.
She supplies us with our starting lineup sheets, and we appreciate that.
Sure do. Anyway, you come back, you're going to see Matt Quillen on the line shooting a possible three-pointer here. Finish off that super shot there. Try to put the Devils up by 9. Quillen, ball in hand now. Shots up. It's in there.
Latimer passes down here to number 44, just checked in the game, to Sizemore. Meadows with the ball, over to Jeff Sizemore. Lob down here to Atkins. Over to Sizemore, back to Scott Meadows, back to Sizemore once again. Danny Atkins, back to Jeff Sizemore, to Danny Atkins once again. Meadows lobs in here for Goodson, outbounds to Gate City.
Good job there. This Gate City crowd's been on their feet. You've seen Quillen inbounds to Ferguson. Ferguson over to Music. Music's gonna fire another one. Does not fall this time. Rebound Pendleton. Pendleton goes up, no good, gets his own rebound. I think he's going to draw a foul there. Looks like Rusty Pendleton's going to be on the line. Push off. 1-1. Gate City's now in the bonus.
5:37 left in the second quarter. Gate City up 24-15.
Pendleton can make it a 10-point lead right here, or even an 11-point lead. Pendleton shots up and does not fall.
We have a lane violation. Pendleton will go to the line for one more attempt.
That's good, Ivan. Substitution in for
Tracy Laws, the big 209-pound
violation was on the D-man. Pendleton gets the second attempt here. 1-1. Pendleton shots up and in there this time. Puts us up by 10, 25-15. 5 minutes, 37 seconds to go in the second period. Pendleton can put us up by 11. The shot's up. Then there, 26-15. Devils up by 11.
Latimer gives the ball off to Danny Atkins. Atkins to Jeff Sizemore, who brings it out to the top of the key, over to Danny Atkins. Sizemore over to Meadows, who's going to pop the jumper in there.
Quillen inbounds to Ferguson. Ferguson over to Kevin Morris. He loses a handle. He hits his feet. Little low pass there, really, Ivan.
Coach Mason told Arthur to get his passes up a little bit. Scott Meadows inbounds the ball to Jeff Sizemore. Back to Meadows. Sizemore, top of the key, feeds Meadows. Meadows going to pop it again. No good this time. Rebounded by Danny Atkins. Sizemore to Atkins. Back to Sizemore. Atkins to Meadows. Atkins is going to pop it. No good. Rebounded by Sizemore. Up. No good. Latimer comes up with it. Puts it in.
Quillen gets the inbounds out to Ferguson. Ferguson crosses the half-court mark. Met there by a 3-2 zone. over to Kevin Morris. Morris fakes back to Ferguson. Ferguson gives it to Music, about the top of the key, then all the way down inside to Morris, and he pumps along when nobody did not fall.
Sizemore finds Atkins, who puts it up in.
26-21. Devils up by 5. 4 minutes, 25 seconds to go. Second period. Ferguson with the ball. Works it over to Kevin Morris. Morris back to Ferguson. They pass the ball. Now back to Tommy Music. Music comes back over to the near side, turns around, puts it in the penalty. He gets the layup, does not go.
Scott Meadows with the ball now for the G-Man. Back gets off to Danny Atkins, back to Jeff Sizemore. 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Devils on top of 5, 26-21. Atkins on top of Sizemore. Atkins going to pop the short jumper. No good. Rebounded by Tommy Music.
Music slows things up. Gets it across. Points in the penalty and back to Ferguson. Over to Kevin Morris. Morris back out front to Ferguson. Ferguson gives it to Music. Music into the back. Quillen. Quillen takes a short jumper, and it's good. 5 points for Matt tonight so far.
Jeff Sizemore brings the ball across the timeline for the G-Men. Devils on top by 7, 28-21. Sizemore to Danny Atkins, back to Latimer. Latimer fakes, shoots. Rebounded by Skyman.
Quillen getting on the board. Gives it to Music over to Ferguson. Ferguson brings the ball down. Goes to Kevin Morris. Morris back to Music. Music back to Ferguson. Almost loses the handle. He's going to be called for double dribbling. Brian Heron and Shelton check back in for the Devils.
JC runs more smoothly with Big Dog in our Doug. He controls the ball for him. He's the assist man. They need him in there now. Jeff Sizemore with the ball now for the G-Men.
2 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the second period.
Meadows going to pop a long one. No good. Rebounded by Matt Quillen.
Couldn't have got that without Shelton pulling it down, though. Gives it to Music. Music going to drive him far back out to Heron over to Kevin Morris. He's going to take a punt jumper. Does not go.
Graham quickly down the court. Meadows with the ball. Pull up for a short jumper. No good. Goodson with a rebound over Sizemore. Rebounded by Latimer out of bounds to Graham.
I'd say it was a good job, Ivan.
Morris has shot 10 times and only hit 2 shots. That's a bad percentage. He's going to have to improve the second half. He's a second half player. Good. Number 30, Sizemore with the ball now. Over to Meadows. Sizemore. Back to Scott Meadows. Graham being patient, looking for the good shot. Meadows down in Danny Atkins. Lobs over for Goodson. Turn, shoots. No good. Rebound by Tommy Music.
2 minutes to go in the second period now. With Brian Heron controlling the ball for the Devils, brings it down. Goes over to Kevin Morris. Morris back to Heron. Heron over to Music. Music looks inside, going to fire another one, and it does not fall.
Scott Meadows quickly down the court for the G-Men. Going to pop it. No good. Rebounded by Kevin Morris.
Kevin Morris gives it to Big Dog, Brian Heron.
If KC would capitalize, Doug, they could have been ahead easily now by about 15, 16 points.
That's true, Ivan. Minute 22 seconds now left to play in the second period. As Kevin Morris from the corner drives the baseline for the layup, draws the foul. I'd put him on the line shooting 2, Ivan.
The winner of this game once more will advance to play Radford in the championship game Saturday night. Radford knocked off Grundy in the earlier contest.
Pretty tight game through 3 periods, wasn't it, Ivan?
Sure was, Doug.
Kevin Morris on the line, shooting 2. First shot's up and in there. 30-21 now with 1:17 to go. Morris eyes the mark. Second shot up, and it's as good as goal. Put the Devils up by 9, 30-21.
Bradshaw checks back into the game for the G-Men. Goodson inbounds to Bradshaw. KC in a 2-1-2. Bradshaw calling out the offense, finds number 44, Danny Atkins, lobs into Latimer. Down in the corner to number 30, Sizemore, shoots it, good.
Quillen inbounds out to Heron, quickly down to Music. Music lobs it to the Animal. Shelton draws another foul. Some sort of pushing off. Rusty Pendleton will come back in and relieve him.
Chris did use that arm to push him off, get a better position on him. Good call by the official.
That's true.
These are Region 3 officials from Roanoke who have done an excellent job so far.
Sure have. 23 to 30. They didn't done as far as we did, though.
They sure didn't, Doug. Goodson with a 1-and-1 coming up. Devils on top by 7, 30 to 23, 54 seconds left. Shines up, good. That cuts the lead to 6. Goodson has another attempt coming. Fires it. Bottom.
Quillen will inbounds out to Heron. Heron slows things up. This might be a one-shot situation for the Devils. Over to Music. Music. Oh, tried to get it back inside. Got it broken up.
Latimer passes down to Jeff Sizemore, who's going to pull it out. Graham will go for the last shot. Bradshaw. Over to Atkins, to Bradshaw. Lobbed in here for Goodson. Goodson, no, there's a foul. No shot, the official says. 22, Music. That's Tommy's second.
2 per quarter. I mean, for half isn't bad either.
That puts Goodson back on the line for a 1-and-1. Goodson with a 1-1. Shot in and out.
Comes off to Music, who gives it to Brian Heron. I'm sure they'll go for one shot, Ivan. Heron goes to Kevin Morris. Morris down inside to Matt Quillen. Quillen gets it back to Brian Heron. Back out to Tommy Music, over to Kevin Morris. Music to Brian Heron. He draws the foul. With 4 seconds to go, Devils 30, the G-Men 25.
I think that's 3 on Goodson. I'm not sure, Doug.
How's Virginia Tech, Alex? I love it.
That's number 1 on Goodson, excuse me.
Brian Heron shooting 1-and-1. Shots up. It's in there. 31-25 now. Devils up by 6.
Second shot is up and in there.
Good. Put the Devils up by 7. 4 seconds. Heron steals the ball. And that's the end of the first half here in Christiansburg, Virginia. With a score, the Gate City Blue Devils 32 and the Graham G-Man from Bluefield 25. We'll be right back with you here on Scott County Cable, Channel 30. We're back here in Christiansburg. 20 seconds left on the clock here to start the third period. The Devils are on top, 32-25. And talk to me a little bit about what do you think about these Blue Devils? I'm talking with a former player, Alex Coley.
They're tough. They run and gun.
What you got to do?
That's right. They're filling it up. They're giving them too much inside, though. Putbacks.
Well, we're glad to see a big turnout here from the former players and all kinds of crowds. We enjoy school and take care.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, stats are, Ivan.
Some scoring here. Tommy Music led the way with 15 points. Morris had 6. Quillen had 5. Shelton, Pendleton, and Heron had 2 apiece. Shelton has 3 fouls. Heron with 2 fouls. And Music with 2 fouls. Bradshaw with the ball now for Graham. Lobs down to Danny Atkins. Atkins over to number 30, Sizemore. Lobbed into Goodson. Back out to Bradshaw. Pops it. Bam!
Pendleton inbounds out to Brian Heron. Quickly down to Kevin Morris. Morris pops it. No way, it don't fall.
Devils on top of 5, 32-27. Bradshaw quickly for the G-Men. Guarded closely by Big Dog. Over to Latimer. Latimer's going to pop it from the foul line. Bam!
32-29. Devils only up by 3. Just beginning the third period. 7 minutes, 24 seconds left to play. Heron slows it up drastically for the Devils. Goes over to Music. Music back to Heron. Heron looks over to Kevin Morris, gives it to him. He's going to pop another one. Does fall. 34-29. Good jumper there by the Moose.
Bradshaw with the ball now across the timeline for the G-men. Over to Jeff Sizemore. Back to Bradshaw. Devils in a 2-1-2. Sizemore over to Atkins. Almost on way by Moose. Latimer the ball to Atkins. Back out top to Jeff Sizemore over to Bradshaw. Going to take it in, shoots in there.
Pendleton again inbounds to Brian Heron. Heron turns it on speed down to Kevin Morris. Morris spins it around, brings it back to Heron. Heron over to Music. Music fires it. Does not fall.
G-Man with a chance to cut it down to 1 now. 34-31 with 6:28 left. Bradshaw brings the ball out on top of the key. Over to Atkins. Back to Bradshaw. To Atkins once again. Bradshaw's going to pop it from the foul line in there.
Pendleton again inbounds to Heron. They slow it up this time. 34-33, 6 minutes, 5 seconds left to play. Heron inside to Pendleton. Pendleton turns around and puts it. Two shots. Draws the foul. Bench will call the bucket good that time, didn't he, Ivan? Didn't even fall.
Tommy Music calls the timeout for the Devils. Casey come out a little bit cold there, Doug.
Sure did. Dave Mason's got his clipboard. Maybe he's going to lead them off.
Graham looked like they made an adjustment there during the halftime. It looks like they had put a man covering Tommy, and when Tommy gets the ball, they're sending another man over to double team him. The Devils, they'll be all right, though, Doug. They're on top now by 1:34-33, 6:03 left. Here we're coming to you tonight from Christiansburg High School.
In Christiansburg, Virginia. Long drive up here, Ivan.
3 hours to be exact.
Well worth it.
Very enjoyable ride. Very beautiful country up through this part of Virginia.
We'd like to thank Jerry Parsons for letting us come, and we'd like to thank you folks for watching us to keep us going. We do this for you, Scott County Cable customers, so and the Gate City fans entirely. Candy Collins there holler at one of the cheerleaders and say, hey, let's get these fans fired up.
The Gate City student body's just standing around. They need to get some pep in them.
That's true.
Graham's student body's been hauling ever since they come here on the bus.
They haven't even sat down yet. Anyway, Rusty Pendleton on the line shooting 2. Devils are up 34-31 with 6 minutes, 3 seconds to go. Third period. Pendleton's first shot's up and in there.
Rusty has 3 points now.
Pendleton's second shot's up and in there as well.
Bradshaw with the ball now, sending these players down the court. Devils on top by 3 again, 36-33. Jeff Sizemore with the ball. Drives it down to Atkins, lobs for Latimer. Latimer triple teamed over to Bradshaw. Bradshaw drives, fakes, shoots, lobbed in there to Goodson. In.
Pendleton to Heron. Heron quickly down the Music. Is going to stop and pass off to Shelton. Shelton goes up and gets it blocked. Goes back to Kevin Morris. Morris turns around and gives it to Heron. Heron goes back to Morris. Morris fires it, no good. Rebound. Somebody.
Graham with a chance to take a lead. Sizemore back to Goodson to Bradshaw. Drives in back and shoots. No good. Rebounded by. That's it. They're going to get a foul on Big Dog Heron, it looks like. That's 3 on him. Graham has come up, charged up for this second half of action. Jeff Sizemore to trigger the ball inbound. Sizemore lobs it to Latimer. Handed there by Heron. Bradshaw. Atkins back to Bradshaw. Atkins lobs over for Latimer. Almost on the way there. Shoot. They're ahead.
Pendleton inbounds to Heron, and he gives it to Morris in a hurry. 36-37. Devils down by 1 with Rusty Pendleton going in with the layup and puts it in there. And also draws the foul to put the Devils back up by 1 and a chance to put them up 2. 4 minutes, 51 seconds with Pendleton on the line, shooting a 1.
Pendleton coming out hot here in the second half of action for the Devils.
Pendleton shots up and good.
Sizemore inbounds the ball to Bradshaw. Devils on top at 2, 39-37. Devils in a 2-3 zone. Atkins to Bradshaw. Lobbed in for Goodson. Knocked away by Tommy Music. And a foul on Goodson. That should be 2 on Goodson.
Pendleton comes up. Will do the inbounds out to Herron. Herron crosses half court. Him and Kevin Morris pass around, lob over to Tommy Music. Music puts a fake, pass into Pendleton.
Charge on Tommy, that's number 3. We can't afford to lose Tommy.
That's for sure, Alex. 4 minutes, 26 seconds to go. Devils up by 2, 39-37.
Tracy Laws into the game for the G-men. Bradshaw, across the timeline. To Atkins, back to Bradshaw. Bradshaw, forced to pass in, knocked out bounds to Graham.
Crowd didn't like that call.
Sizemore to trigger the ball inbound. To Latimer. Gonna pop it. Short, rebound by Rusty.
Grabbed there by Pendleton. He gives it to Herron. Herron slows it down. 4 minutes now remaining. Over to Kevin Morris. Morris back to Herron. Herron lobs to Music. Music inside to Shelton. Shelton puts it up. No good. Rebound Pendleton. No good. Comes off to G-Man.
Sizemore quickly down for the G-man to Bradshaw. 3:43 left. 39-37. Latimer, turn around drop shot in there. Tie ball game.
Pendleton inbounds to Brian Herron. This is going to be a barn burner, Ivan.
The Devils should have blown them away in the first half, Doug.
That's right. Herron comes back out to Music. Music to Herron. Herron feeds back to Music. Music drives the lane, puts the shot up. No good. Rebound by himself. He draws the foul. That'll send Music to the line. We'll take it.
Tie game, 39-39, 3:17 left in the third quarter of action. Matt Quillen, the Sky Man, to check in for KC, replacing the Animal.
Sky Quillen. Tommy Music shooting 2 on the line. First shot's up, in there. String Music.
That's 16 for Tommy.
Music, second shot. It's up, in there.
Devils on top again by 2, 41-39. Bradshaw, the crowd hogs for defense. 2-3 zone, lob to Latimer. Latimer stolen away there. They're going to get a foul on Big Dog, it looks like.
Brian Herron.
Luce Morris.
20. Oh, Kevin this time, Kevin Morris.
No, that's 4 on Brian Herron.
Jason Hensley getting ready to check in for the Devils.
Bradshaw. Lobs for the Big Laws. They're going to get foul on Tommy. That's number 4. I can't believe that foul. Tommy's going to have to come out this third quarter of action. Ferguson going in. The Devils are going to have to do it with the bench tonight. The 2 big men in foul trouble, Music and Herron. Sizemore to Latimer, out to Bradshaw.
We got 2 quick ones out front, though.
Lobbed in here. It's almost thrown away by Pendleton. Who comes up with it? Bradshaw. Bradshaw's going to pump it. No good, rebounded by Laws. It's White's ball, out of bounds.
Devils hustling there. Inbounds from Quillen to Ferguson. Ferguson goes over to Hensley. Back to Ferguson. Ferguson back to Hensley. Hensley inside to Quillen, loses the handle. Penalty. They let it go out of bounds.
The Animal to check in for Gate City. 2:27 left in the third quarter, 41-39. Moose Morris is going to have to come out and start hitting it, getting hot because Tommy's on the bench and we need some scoring. Bradshaw. Across the timeline. Devils on top at 2, 41-39. Johnson in the game now. Bradshaw's going to pop it from the foul line, bottom.
41-41. Hensley over to Morris. Morris takes a long one. Does not fall.
Graham quickly down to Bradshaw. Up with a shot. Ball.
Devils down by 2 now. 43-41. A minute 50 to go. Hensley slows it up. Hensley takes a shot, no good. Comes off to Kevin Morris. Gonna be a foul on somebody.
Gate City's not the same without Tommy and to direct them.
Foul is on number 50.
Rusty penalty.
Team foul 4. Team foul 5, that is.
Latimer goes to the line with a chance to increase the lead. To 3. 1:36 left in the third quarter. G-Men on top by 2, 43-41. Latimer shoots too hard. Oh, it falls. He has another one coming. That increases the lead to 3. Latimer with his second shot. Bottom.
There's a Gate City down by 4. Inbounds to Hensley from Quillen. Hensley brings it down. Looks over to Kevin Morris. Morris back to Hensley. They pass the ball around, goes over to Quillen. Quillen gives it to Morris. Morris singles number 1. Back to Quillen. Back to Morris. Morris over to Hensley. Hensley comes over to Kevin Morris. Back to Quillen. Over to Kevin. Down under to Hensley. Hensley back to Morris. They pass it back and forth there. 50 seconds now. Kevin back to Hensley. Hensley back to Morris. Morris back to Hensley. Hensley and Morris pass the ball back and forth. .30 seconds now. Mason talks to all of his players.
Graham continues to step back in a 3-2 zone.
Kevin and Hensley still take it around. 19 seconds now. Morris shot up no good. Rebound by Pendleton. Pendleton turn around, draws the foul. And Latimer also falls for that. Going to send Rusty on the line with just 9 seconds. Devils down by 4. These 2 points will be great, Alex.
That's third foul, I think, on Latimer, I think. I'm not sure, Doug. I can't understand the PA now. Rusty playing a superb game here in the third quarter.
He sure is. Pendleton shooting the first shot of 2. Shots up, in there.
Big Tracy Long checks back into the game for the G-Men.
Pendleton second shot. It's up, in there. 43-45. Devils only down by 2 with 9 seconds to go in the third period.
Bradshaw quickly up the court. 7 seconds left. Atkins takes a shot in there.
Quillen quickly to Hensley. He just swings it. Hits the backboard. Does not count. 47-43 at the start of the fourth period. Both sides on the... This crowd is just amazing. I think we outnumbered Grundy here tonight. A pretty good margin, Ivan.
We remember this scenario, though, at Marion, Doug. We went into the fourth quarter down by as many as 7. We come back and we beat them. I feel we can do the same here tonight with Graham.
I sure hope so. Our Devils want this. We want to see Mason shave that mustache.
The state berth rides on this game here, Doug.
That's true.
I think the thing that's affecting the Devils right now is the fact that their big gun, Tommy, has 4 fouls.
Look how pretty our cheerleaders
Oh,
are.
they're beautiful out there.
Nice good job. Super job. That is a buzzer to start. Neither team seems to be too anxious to get out there, but Gate City takes it first. Heron checks back in along with music and the Shelton. Tommy Music inbounds to Brian Heron. Heron, 4 fouls. Music with 4. Over to Music. Music turns around and shoots it. Does not fall. Rebound by the G-Man.
Bradshaw with the ball now across the timeline for G-Men. 7:40 left in the game. Bradshaw to Atkins to Bradshaw. Lobbed in here for Latimer. Shoot. No good. Ball far, rebounded by jump ball. G-Men's ball. That was number
robbed.
4. 47-43. Sizemore to trigger the ball inbounds. Tipped away by Big Dog Heron.
He gives it to Kevin Morris. Morris is going to take it all the way, put the in and out.
Latimer quickly down the court. Stolen by Big Dog Heron.
He slows it up.
JC can do it. They've got to capitalize right here on these turnovers, though.
That's the truth, Ivan. I'm going to have to stand up to see. Kevin Morris again shot no good.
Morris has only hit 3 field goal attempts tonight. Bradshaw to Atkins. Look for Graham to pull the ball out. Atkins to Bradshaw to Atkins. Over to Sizemore. Back to Atkins. 6:44 left.
Like a little foul, Ivan.
It's what it is, Doug. They're looking for the easy layup. Bringing it back over this side now. Sizemore with the ball. He's going to pop it. In there.
49-43. Devils round by 6.
Coach Mason wants a timeout.
Brian Heron. Devils take a timeout.
Devils down by 6. 49-43. 6:24 left.
Been a very exciting game. Both teams in the bonus.
Basketball action continues right here Saturday night at 8 o'clock. With the winner of this game meeting Bradford High School for the Region 4 championship. Should be a good ball game. Come on back to see it.
Morris has shot 17 times tonight from the field. Only hit 3 shots. 3 of 17. That's a poor percentage, Doug.